talk about content, because content, here's where a lot of you guys fail. Here's where a lot of you guys fails. You don't sell with your content. It's just a lot of how to. It's just a lot of here's 5 steps to reach X goal. That content doesn't make money. That content actually attracts a lot of freeloaders. Freeloaders, people who just want the free stuff and then start complaining when you start selling. You don't want to build a brand like that. You want to build a brand where people actually say, oh, great, when's your next launch? That's the kind of brand that you want to build. So how do you create content that makes people feel, oh shit, I learned something and I also want to buy from Jose? And let me show you how that is done. Now, I'm going to show you a little content that got me like 500 leads, got me sales, and more importantly, you'll see how powerful this content, let's call it prompt, is. Why? Because it makes people feel good about themselves. It tells a story about my journey. In this case, it could be your journey. And more importantly, it gets people to act. It works on Twitter. It works on Instagram. It works on X. Twitter X is the same thing. It works on LinkedIn. And it works on the newsletter. And let me show you how I actually do these things so that you can start doing content that sells. Now, how does the content work? First of all, hooks. The hook is the key. Start with this. Let me draw a few things for you first. There are 8 elements of a really well done social media post that gets people excited. The first element, the hook. That's the first line of every single text. It could be the first line of your email. It could be the first line of your tweet. It could be the first line of this carousel that I have right there. Write 10 hooks if you must, and pick the one that you say, oh damn, this one touched me deeply. Okay. Next, you have to address the skeptics. You'll see now how that is done. 3, you have to introduce the idea slowly, the idea or the method that you want to sell. 4, you have to differentiate. I don't know how to write that word, so I'll just write it like that. Remember, English is my second language, so it is what it is. So that way you position yourself as someone different from the field. 5, core promises. In other words, what are they going to get away from this post? Let's see. 6, you could. This is not necessary, but you could add it. And it's like how simple the system is to address people who might say, oh, this is too hard or screw this thing, okay? 7, you have to empower your audience to actually take action. And 8, the call to action, telling people, do this now. Now, how does this look like in real life? Let me share my browser once again and give me a quick little second. First, the hook. I made $134,000 in 14 days with just 10 hours of real work. I love this hook because first, it's unbelievable. When I say this, nobody believes me, but it's the freaking truth. We sold a cohort. We made $134,000. It took me like 3 or 4 hours to create everything for the cohort. And then the cohort was like 3 hours of my time and 3 hours from a business partner that I had back then. So it was even a little bit less than 10 hours of real work. Of course, I delegated a few things, but it took me 10 hours of my time, okay? So the hook, in this case, it's like the first few lines. Line 1, 2, 3, 4. I posted this same thing on Twitter. It worked perfectly. I also created a video reading this shit out loud and got me a lot of engagement. I'm going to show you the video in a while. So the hook, make it unbelievable, but based on truth. That's the key. It's not clickbait, it's truth bait. Okay? Now, the second part of the post. address the skeptics. This is something many people don't even know about, but it's not a secret. Here I'm addressing the skeptics, people who think that they need complex stuff, expensive software. They have to resell courses because this is for people who want to sell courses or maybe their services, etc. Then I tell them, this is not easy, but it's not rocket science. I'm addressing the skeptics right away. In other words, I'm addressing the objections. This is too hard. This is too expensive. This is about scamming people. This is about automating. No. It's none of that. It's hard, but it's not rocket science. Addressing the skeptics. Then, here's where I introduce the idea. This method shows you how to turn your social media into Wi-Fi money. So instead of trying and chasing the latest tricks and funnels, I'm addressing the skeptics right once again. You'll build a real business on solid grounds using your skills and knowledge. Now, that's where I start telling people, like, this is the idea that I want to present to you so that you actually not only trust me, but then take action. Now, also I'm differentiating myself by telling people, like, this is not what you're going to be doing. You're actually going to be building something real. So I'm differentiating myself from the other guys who are telling you, here's the hack, here's the latest trick, here's the something nobody knows how to do. No, I don't want to be known as one of these clickbaity person that never delivers. I want to be known as someone who has a real freaking business. Now, here's my promise. That's where we talk about the core promises. Your skills are valuable and you can sell it. And I'm going to show you how to do that right now. I've documented the system, and all you have to do is comment the word method. There it is. The call to action. You can post something like that with Hype Fury, and people will start replying. And with Hype Fury, it sends the automated message. On Instagram, Hype Fury still doesn't have that, so I use something called ManyChat. This app, manychat.com, and it lets me send automated messages to people that comment that specific word. It's very similar to the auto DM feature that Hype Fury has. I posted this same content on Twitter. It also performed really well because people love free shit. And what I'm doing here is I'm selling you the idea that you can do what I did. Now, the question is, how can you do this? How can you create something like this yourself? Again, let me show you my iPad. The hook. Let's say that you are in fitness. My hook was, I made X amount of money in 14 days with 10 hours of real work. The hook. My client lost 20 pounds in 20 days, working out twice a week. That's very enticing for business owners who are busy. You can see? Can you see that? So you can take other people's hooks and make them your own. Then you address the skeptics. It doesn't have to do with fad diets or intermittent fasting or starving yourself or peptides or what else? This thing people inject to lose. I forgot the name. Well, it's very, very, very popular right now in Hollywood. Whatever, right? It doesn't have to do with none of those things. It's actually a very simple method for busy professionals who are looking to lose weight without all of the grunt work or overthinking things. And it has nothing to do with everything I just told you. You see, what I'm doing right now, by the way, is building the content using this formula. Now I'm going to differentiate myself. I could say I'm a 30-year-old expert. I'm an expert with 30 years of expertise. I won't tell you what to do. I'll show you the principles. These are not based on tactics. It's based on real science. I'm differentiating myself from the other influencers, right? Another way you can differentiate yourself is by using your audience's words, the way they communicate, the way they express their pains and their ideas and their dreams. You do that by talking with them. And again, I'm going to suggest after this call, create your Calendly account and start connecting with your audience one-on-one in a call through Zoom or Google Meet. Okay? Now, the core promise, sorry, I deleted this thing. Once you differentiate yourself, you promise something. And you can even tell it, like, I'm promising that if you follow the system step by step, you are going to lose 20 pounds in 20 days with only 2 workouts a week. And it's a simple process that even if you are a busy business person, you'll be able to lose weight, gain energy, feel more productive, and eventually, whatever, live a longer, healthier lifestyle. I'm empowering you. I'm giving you all of these things, and all you have to do is comment healthy, and I'll send you a link to download my free guide. The beauty about this is that it works on every freaking niche. And not only that, you can read that out loud, and it becomes let me see if I can find it. There it is. No, that's not the one. There it is. Let me send you the link to the Instagram post so you can see it. I just send it over here on the chat. Hopefully you can click it. And here's the written version. And it's literally me reading that shit out loud, following the same process I just showed you. Those two videos, the videos and this post, as you can see, let me see, 500 replies. Out of this, only 300 people subscribed to my newsletter. And let me see the other one, 350. From this, it's a little bit less, like 200 people actually subscribed from this post, but it's literally the same post, same idea, one written, and the other one me reading the freaking post.